well, welcome back to Pabbly. Come, I'll show you a magic. Let's say I'm going to add the first name, last name, email address and phone number in this spreadsheet. Once I'm going to add all of these details, automatically using these details, a new contact will be created in my HubSpot CRM. So let's open a HubSpot CRM and we're going to refresh this contact list. Once I'm going to refresh this contact list, you're going to see a new contact has been created. Be it the same name, same email address and the same phone number which we entered. So yes, this is no magic. This is the power of automation which we're going to learn in today's video. And if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then watch this tutorial till the end and I'll show you how I created this. So to create this automation, I've opened the workflow builder of Pabbly Connect, and if you are an existing user like me, directly log in inside Pabbly Connect and open your workflow builder. But if you are a new user, you're going to get the Pabbly Connect's landing page URL in the description box below. Go on that URL in the top right corner, you're going to get the option of sign up for free. So click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore Pabbly Connect. Once you log in inside Pabbly Connect, come on your workflow builder and follow me. So this is the most important window of our automation because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So to get started, we have to click on this add trigger. For the trigger application, we have to search for Google Sheets. So let's search for Google Sheets and select it. For the event, we have to select new or updated spreadsheet row and click on this connect. Now we have received this webhook URL, so copy this webhook URL and open your Google Sheets. Now what I want is that whenever I add the lead details in this sheet, I want to create a new contact in HubSpot CRM. Alright, so let's open our workflow and we're going to copy this webhook URL, go towards our sheet. You have to go towards this extensions, then add-ons, and then towards this get add-ons. Now you have to add an extension in this spreadsheet which is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and now you have to go towards this, and as you can see that I have already installed this extension, so it is giving me the option of uninstall. But if you haven't installed this extension, you're going to get the option of install over here, so you can install the extension right from here. Once you install this extension, you have to refresh this spreadsheet. It is really important to refresh the spreadsheet, otherwise you'll not be able to get the option of this Pabbly Connect Webhooks right over here. Once you get this option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks in this extension tabs, go on this Pabbly Connect Webhooks and then initial setup. And now after coming on this initial setup, it is going to ask you for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So paste the URL which you copied from the workflow right over here in this webhook URL field, and then for the trigger column, enter the trigger column which will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent towards your webhook URL. So for me, the trigger column is D because I want that whenever I add the first name, last name, email and phone number, the details should be sent towards the webhook URL which is towards my workflow. Your trigger column can be anything else too. Like let's say you have multiple details of your leads, you can add multiple columns and keep the trigger column accordingly. After entering the webhook URL and the trigger column, click on this submit, and once we click on this submit, yes, you're going to see it is saying setup configured successfully. But now it is saying that the setup is configured. This means that we have created a connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. But it is saying waiting for webhook response. And how are we going to capture this webhook response? So to capture this webhook response, you have to go towards this extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and make sure that this button is switched on, which is send on event. As you can see that I have already switched on this button, but you can switch it on simply by clicking on it. Now what is going to happen is that let's say whenever I'm going to add the details of my lead right over here in this spreadsheet, automatically those details will be sent towards my webhook URL because we switched on the send on event button. So now let's enter the details of our lead and do the test submission. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo, last name as lead, this as the email address, and now for the phone number, I'm going to enter a dummy phone number which is this. And as you can see that we have successfully entered all of these details and completed the test submission. So now let's open our workflow and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same test submission right over here. We just have to wait for a few seconds till it is capturing the webhook response of all of these details: demo, lead, demo@pabblytunes.com, and this as the phone number. And you're going to see that we have successfully received the response. You're going to see all the details which we have received, be it the first name, last name, phone number, and the email address. And now using these details, I'm going to create a new contact in my HubSpot CRM. For that, I'm going to click on this add new action step. For the action application, I'm going to search for HubSpot HubSpot CRM and select it. For the event, we have to select create contact and click on this connect. Now in order to create a connection between HubSpot CRM and Pabbly Connect, we have two options. Add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already created a connection between HubSpot CRM and Pabbly Connect, click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with HubSpot CRM. Once we click on this connect with HubSpot CRM, Pabbly is asking me to choose the account. So over here, I have already logged in my HubSpot account before starting with the automation. So it is directly asking me to choose the account. But if you haven't logged in your account, first Pabbly is going to ask you to log in your account, and then you're going to get the option to choose the account. So let's choose my account. So once I'm going to choose my account, you're going to see that my HubSpot CRM is connected with Pabbly Connect. And after connecting this, it is asking me for many details, but we are only going to enter the details which we want to fill in. Like I want to fill in this email address, so I'm going to enter the email address of my lead. But we are not going to enter it manually by tapping it like this, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data becomes dynamic and change with every new response received. So one by one I'm going to map all the details, but we are only going to map the details which are required or the details which we have of our lead. Like I have first name, last name and the phone number, so I'm going to map those details only. As you can see that we have successfully mapped all of these 4 details. So let's scroll and click on this save and send test request. Once we click on this save and send test request, we have received the positive response that we have successfully created a new contact in HubSpot CRM. So let's open our HubSpot CRM. We are going to go towards this contacts from the left hand of the side, and you're going to see a new contact has been added. You're going to see the same name, same email and the same phone number which we entered right over here. And with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. Now whenever we're going to add the details of the lead or the customer in this Google Sheet, automatically a new contact will be created in my HubSpot. All of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. If I wish, I can definitely manually enter all of these lead details or connect it with some Facebook lead ads or something like that too, because what I want is, like, let's say I collect the lead details from multiple forms of Facebook leads. So using Pabbly Connect, I can connect all of those forms, Facebook lead, Instagram lead, or you can say LinkedIn or Google ads with a single spreadsheet. And whenever I receive the lead details in this single spreadsheet, I can create a new contact in HubSpot CRM for the same. Or if I wish, I can manually enter the details and create a contact. Like let's say I'm going to manually enter the details like I showed you in the starting of this video. Automatically the contact will be created. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business, because right now we're offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. For your reference, I'll add the workflow URL of my workflow in the description box below so that you can also access my workflow. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. And now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.